some public discussion?
Public outcry, this backlash before a farmer goes in and buys up every state in the country trying to do the same thing? Yeah, I am suggesting that. And I think we need to get to Governor Jerry Brown's office and find out why.
Well, if this is the reason, I'm sorry to interrupt, but if this is the reason he did it, and if he comes out and goes public with that, then I owe him an apology, because I had some very critical things to say about him for signing this. What's your take?
Well, I mean, if I could be wrong. I've been wrong once already today, and I'll probably be wrong by the end of the day. But I'm just saying, nothing has, we're all so quick to jump and to condemn, all right? And there is a lot to condemn here if indeed he succumbed to lobbying pressure and Merck pressure and did this.
But if he wanted to show how crazy this is, wouldn't it have been better to just call a press release and have all the press around and announce that I'm not going to sign this bill because Big Pharma keeps pressuring us and these vaccines are not safe for children? Wouldn't that have been more effective than passing it and waiting for the backlash?
Well, it would have been yesterday's news tomorrow. Everybody loves negative media. And maybe you're right and maybe I am wrong, but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
That is the issue here. But this is a big issue because it does set a dangerous precedent. All right? So whatever the politics behind it sets a very dangerous precedent of parents losing control over their children for health care, certain aspects of health care. It's STDs, it's vaccines, and STD vaccines, which there are more and more coming down the pike, and also for mental health diagnosis and SSRIs. Holy smokes.
Well, right, and now with this precedent, as you just mentioned, the state overrides the parents, not just their rights, but even their knowledge of it. The state can now round up children in school and run these propaganda campaigns, and it's very easy to twist the mind of a 12-year-old child in the sense of social engineering in the context of a classroom. They could inject them with who knows what. They could put them on preventive chemotherapy for preventing future breast cancer. I mean, your little girl could come home from school with chemotherapy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But what better way to light a fire under parents than to set a bill in motion that takes away their rights? Because we are a very complacent society.
Leslie, by the way, what's your website address for those who want to follow your coverage of this?
There's sanevax.org, and I have my own website, unholyhormones.com, which is all about women's health. And, really, there is a big picture here that is why we are in such a mess, and that is because we do not have adequate information for young girls about health care, and that is the crime. They don't understand their bodies. They're being put on birth control pills at alarming rates. They're being given Gardasil at alarming rates, and it's killing them. The whole social political issue surrounding women's health care is all about money and profit.
Of course it is, of course. And this is also all about parents versus the state, because I think you would agree with me that even if Gardasil were proven 100% safe, which it hasn't been proven, but even if it were, we would still want parents to have the rights to choose what gets injected into their children, correct?
And that is absolutely correct. At all times. At all times. Parents need to be aware and they need to be accountable for their child's health. We need to be accountable for our health. That's what Natural News is all about, and that's what you provide us information for all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I try and provide information to women on health care.
Leslie, we're about to go to a break. I'd like to ask you to stay with us and join us again on the other side of this break. If you're listening, this is the Alex Jones Show. I'm the fill-in host, Mike Adams. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break with more from Leslie and Sane Vax.
Why is it so many people suffer from so many illnesses today? Why don't doctors know how to help you? Could it be that our doctors don't know how because there's a nutrition solution and they only know about drugs? Over 68 diseases are connected to a deficiency of glutathione. The missing ingredient to increasing your body's production of glutathione is cysteine. Raising your glutathione production protects you from cancer, heart disease, Parkinson's, macular degeneration, lung disease, digestive diseases, diabetes, Alzheimer's, ALS, rheumatoid arthritis, and lupus. Nature's richest source of cysteine is unheated whey. Heating can damage much of the cysteine. One World Whey is the first undamaged whey protein on the market. Using One World Whey may support optimal glutathione production unlike any other food or supplement you've ever taken. Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldwhey.com. That's oneworld.com.
OpticsPlanet.com is where discerning gun owners and outdoorsmen go to gear up. Optics Planet has the best selection of rifle scopes, red dots, night vision, holsters, bags, and tactical gear on the planet, with always low prices, free shipping on most orders, and expert customer service. Go to OpticsPlanet.com/GCN to get a free gift with purchase. That's OpticsPlanet.com/GCN or call 800-332-OPTICS, 800-332-6784.
HempUSA.org has a revolutionary wonder food for detoxing the body and rebuilding the immune system. Microplant powder can help unclog arteries and soften heart valves while removing heavy metals, virus, fungus, bacteria, and parasites. Plus, it cleans and purifies the blood, lungs, stomach, and colon. Keep your body clean with Microplant powder. Visit us at HempUSA.org or call 908-691-2608 today.
Infowars.com for 16 years has led the charge against the technocrats. We have had unrivaled success in unlocking minds, expanding paradigms, and rallying the people to face the New World Order. No one can deny that our media operation is the tip of the spear, and it's because of our success that we have a responsibility to intensify our operations against the globalist 110%. We're only a month away from launching a weeknight news broadcast. The social network is nearing completion as well. The free newsletter is reaching hundreds of thousands. Please spread the word about Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Sign up at the top of Infowars.com for the free Infowars Insider email with exclusive video and text reports as well as breaking news. Look in the mirror. You are the resistance. It is up to us, the Info Warriors, to take the initiative and to defeat the globalist.
Men, are you urinating more frequently? Do you wake up to urinate? Now be honest. Is your sex life what it used to be? Don't ignore these changes. Your prostate health can affect your whole life. Call right now to discover the Beta Prostate free bottle giveaway. Beta Prostate is a natural supplement that helps your body maintain prostate health. This includes stronger urine flow, healthy bladder emptying. It even reduces waking at night from the urge to go. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you. Learn how to try Beta Prostate free. You only pay a low shipping and handling fee. Call 1-800-511-4514. That's 1-800-511-4514. As an extra bonus, get our men's libido formula to support better intimacy for both you and her. It's yours absolutely free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-511-4514. That's 1-800-511-4514.
All right, you are listening to The Alex Jones Show. I'm the fill-in host today, Mike Adams, the editor of Natural News, and we are joined in this segment continuing with Leslie Botha from Sane Vax Inc., talking about Governor Jerry Brown's signature in California of Bill AB 499, which allows children to give consent. Children as young as 12 years old, if you can believe that, to give consent to being injected with potentially deadly vaccines, even without their parents knowing about it. And at the same time, by the way, Governor Brown signed another bill that says, oh, you can't go to a tanning salon if you're under 18 without a note from your parents, or actually parental escort almost. You can't even go to the zoo. You can't go to a field trip museum without a note from your parents. But now, if you're 12 years old, if you're 13, you can say yes to a vaccine that we know has killed children, a vaccine that maims some children, a vaccine with neurological side effects. It's absolutely insane. And here to give us a little more information on that is Leslie from Sane Vax Inc. And that website is sanevax.org. Is that correct, Leslie?
That is correct. And
Right.
SaneVax stands for Safe, Affordable, Necessary, and Effective Vaccinations.
Perfect. Now,
So, yeah,
go ahead.
the
Yeah.
whole thing does sound ludicrous. I mean, Governor Brown usually protects family rights, parental rights. He's been known to do that over the years. He stands up for the people. He stands up for the family. And that's why if this was anybody else but Governor Brown, I'd be going, bastard. But with Governor Brown, it just doesn't make sense. And then, as I said before, in light of Michelle Bachmann and what she did and the risk that she took in losing points and losing credibility for coming out and speaking about Gardasil during the Republican debate. And you sort of look at those back and forth and you go, maybe we're having more of an impact than we realized, a collective impact. InfoWars, SaneVax, Vaccine Truth, all of the other vaccine awareness sites, Dr. Mayer Eisenstein, Sherry Tenpenny. I mean, this is the strongest this movement has been in 30 years.
Well, it's extraordinary.
It is extraordinary. The press release that I wrote about Rick Perry and Gardasil was actually posted on Mitt Romney's website.
Fantastic.
SaneVax has been written up and been visited by the CDC, FDA, Senate, governors, universities. You know, we're watching all these people hitting on our website. So is it really that absurd to think that...
We are having this impact. Your work and the work of Alex here at his show at InfoWars, Paul Watson, what we're doing at Natural News, many like Sherry Tenpenny that you mentioned, we are all having an impact, and we are shaping the conversations out there. Kudos to Michelle Bachmann for raising this issue. I mean, I may not agree with her on all her other issues, but on this issue, she nailed Rick Perry to the wall with it.
Absolutely, she did, and she knew she was going to be at great risk for doing so, and she dropped immediately to the bottom of the barrel. But she did it, and she spoke as a mother, and she was honest about it, and so that's why I have to question, really, and I can't condemn Jerry Brown until we know. That would be a great interview for you, or somebody out there. Let's get to Jerry Brown's office.
Well, I already condemned Jerry Brown. Maybe it's too late. But look, hey, I'll retract it. I'll apologize to the guy if it turns out that this was some kind of weird behind-the-scenes plot to actually expose the dangers of vaccines. That seems like a stretch to me, but you may be right.
But here's the deal.
We'll see what happens.
We're in the media. Gardasil is in the media. Merck's marketing department has to be dying. There is no more damage control for them. This thing is a train wreck. It's a train running out of control, and it's going to gain more momentum as we go. And we couldn't have done this without Michelle Bachmann, and we couldn't have done it without Governor Jerry Brown signing this bill.
Well, what an extraordinary roll call of players in the stage of world events. Just on the vaccine front, not to even mention what's going on today with Iran and Saudi Arabia and Israel and all that. We're just about out of time here, Leslie. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm sorry it's a short segment for you today. We did plan to have you on for longer, but we've got all this other breaking news happening at the same time. So I do want to thank you for joining us and for your comments, and encourage people to go to your website, sanevax.org, for more information. And you will also find SaneVax News continued coverage on Infowars.com. When we come back from this break, I'm just looking at the clock over here. When we come back from this break, we will have Paul Joseph Watson joining us, and I've got a list of questions for him. But Leslie, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mike, very much.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. Man, just what an incredibly crazy day of news. Stay with us. We've got a lot more breaking news on the other side of this break here on The Alex Jones Show. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Alex Jones here with vital information concerning our nation's fragile food supply. Folks, there are some truly dangerous trends forming, and I think it's important for my listeners to do